Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid as gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows and KOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Woo-wee.
Woohoo!
Was that stressful?
I mean,
You guys,
like your face the whole time was looking at that screen.
I was like about to cry. I was on the verge of tears. You guys, we just recorded an episode with a special guest, and it was the very first time that we had crazy audio issues. Like crazy.
Like really like weird weird ones. Maybe it's a ghost.
I don't know, but it seemed to have like a rhyme or reason to it. It seemed to like do it after so much time.
Like there was a pattern to it.
Right. Like it would be like 2 minutes and then it would do it again, or 1 minute and then it would do it again. It must have been 2 minutes because of how many files we have, or actually more than that. I don't know.
Right. I don't know. But anyway.
Podcast life, hashtag.
Stop that right now.
Guys.
So anyway, but it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll hear it.
Right.
And it may not be like next week because we might have to redo it. Who knows?
Right.
We're going to see what happens.
But boy, were our special guests amazing.
Very, very cool.
So excited to share this with you guys. We're going to be secretive until, but you guys will enjoy it.
I mean, it's not like Jordan.
It's Joey McIntyre. I wish I
Right.
would be like you guys. I don't know if I'd be able to keep that secret.
Oh my God, it's Kevin Richardson. I would like to have him on.
That would be
'Cause I
fun.
do think he's a tall drink of water.
Hey, how are you doing?
How are you doing, Kevin Richardson?
You've been gone for a while. In this episode that you guys are about to hear, we recorded.
I don't even remember what it's about.
We actually recorded it, I believe, right before we interviewed Joey Fatone. Or no, it was after. It was after we
Like
interviewed.
right after.
Right.
I mean, it's been a couple weeks anyway.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't remember what we talked about.
Right.
But I know that it's been long enough that we're re-recording this intro.
Exactly. Because we were like, I think we talked a little bit about Joey Fatone again, and we are like, okay.
Like, we don't need to do that again.
Yeah, I'll talk about Joey
like,
Fatone
we
all
were
day
riding
long.
high.
I
Still.
couldn't stop.
I kind of still can't stop. I want to
Can't
talk
stop,
about it at
won't
work.
stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Do it.
I already have. So, like...
So what did people say? Were they intrigued?
Okay, so here's the thing. I work with a
Here we go talking about Joey Fatone again.
like very
Oh, well.
whatever.
He's
No,
a
but
tall
it's-
drink of water, too.
But it's yes, he is. So the people I work with like men and women, but mostly women
Mhm.
of varying ages.
Okay.
For the most part, the men were like, whatever. And there's only a couple of them, and they're younger than I am.
Okay. So they
they're
don't
like,
get it.
Right,
They don't
right.
get it.
And that's fine. Like, I don't expect them to. They weren't like disrespectful about it or anything, and they would
Right,
never
right,
make fun
right,
because
right,
they're
right.
nice guys.
Right.
They were like, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like the guys in my life were, except
Yeah.
for Kevin, my husband.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
He was ecstatic.
he thought that was really cool.
He was
And
just
he
like-
thought it was really cool.
Can you believe it?
But like a couple of the other ones were like, oh my gosh, like a couple of the girls that were closer to my age, they were like about it. They were like,
That's
oh my
so
gosh, that
cool.
is so cool. Like, how do you do this? Like, how does your life do? Like, how is this your life?
You know how it is? Because you guys. That's how
Right.
we do.
And one of them, like, she's a fan. Like, she was a fan.
Really?
And her kids are fans now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So she was like,
What?
yeah, she was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool.
Ugh.
So she'd actually seen like a couple things on Facebook, like pictures that I was tagged in. So
Yeah.
she already knew. But then when I told her, she was like, I saw the pictures. They're so cool. That's so cool. How did that happen?
Yeah, I didn't really talk about it. Except to a couple people I work with.
Yep.
Because one of them, my friend Kendra, if
Mhm.
you're listening, hello. She is a Joey Fatone. Joey Fatone was their guy.
Aw.
So, and I think I explained this on the podcast before, but we ended
Yeah.
up FaceTiming with her.
Yes, you did.
And yeah, so because like, honestly, could you imagine if I have gotten videos that say, "Hi, Nikki," from Joey, like, thanks to multiple people, including Jenny from the block.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I've gotten those videos and I'm like, ah!
What's their names? Brooke and Nikki. Oh, Brooke and Nikki. Brooke and Nikki.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
I forgot about that video.
You did?
I forgot about it for a second.
Every once in a while, I'll pull it up on my phone.
I will too, but it's been a little while. It's been a hot minute.
And I'll play it. And sometimes I'll show my mom. And mom will be like, that's nice.
Yeah.
But like, that's cool.
I mean, I never in a million years, like, looking at this podcast, because people ask me, like, oh my gosh, like, how does this happen?
Right.
And so I explained to them that I have a podcast and they don't really get it, like, because they don't listen to podcasts.
Right.
So they don't
They're not familiar.
understand. And I'm just like, it's like a radio show. Like, just think of it as like a radio show, you know, like we're just not live.
Like things change. Like times change.
Right.
And podcasts like are very easy to consume. Like they're easy to
Right.
download. They're easy to listen to when it's convenient for you.
Because if we're live and people aren't able to listen to it,
And
at a
nobody
certain
has
time,
tape decks anymore to record it.
No.
Like you can't record that.
No.
So
I mean, I guess we could go live. No,
we can't go live.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I was going through some Raw episodes recently.
Raw
Good
episodes.
Good Lord.
What about that one when I was eating the chips?
Oh my gosh. I think we should. I think that maybe sometime. What about that one episode that we did an entire episode for an hour and a half and we talked about what did we sing? Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh my god.
The entire episode. Maybe I should put that on Patreon.
That was a whole thing. What did we even
We
talk
laughed
about?
the entire time. Like, I don't think we talked about nothing. Like, we talked in circles.
We were tired.
We were really tired. It was
I remember
really
standing
late.
up and doing it.
Yeah, and we had the window open because you could hear like cars going by. It was, you guys, we got stories for days.
We've come a long way.
We really have.
I'm proud of
Thanks
us.
to you guys.
I'm proud of us and I'm proud of you guys.
This is again, this is an older episode
Right.
that we're about to.
I mean, like 2 weeks.
Right.
It's not like
it's
it's
not that
old.
bad. No.
But I think it's an 80s and 90s episode.
I think so.
That's what we think it is. If it's not, well, welcome to the block party.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, you'll hear in a few minutes, a couple minutes here, you'll hear.
Right.
But
So
we thought it would just be cool to kind of say a little hello.
yeah. So hello and thank you for listening. Like, thank you for supporting us and thank you for making things like this happen for us. We really appreciate it more than we could ever say.
Thank you for being here.
Brooke.
Come again soon.
That sounded very ASMR.
It did?
Kinda.
Would you guys like what's that called? Whatever, ASMR?
No.
That would be weird.
Can I? Oh, so one thing. Did you listen to the 2 Cups of Joe podcast?
I have this week's?
Yes.
I haven't finished it yet.
But did you hear?
I did.
You did. Okay, cool.
I did.
And Charlene said that the sound guy or Chad, whoever Chad is, I think he said, I've listened to him or something like that.
Oh, really? I gotta go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
See if I can hear him say that.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, it's hard to hear him because he's, like, in the background a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, here's the episode.
Here you
I
go.
hope you like it.
Enjoy.
And thanks for listening. Oh, I wasn't recording. We're doing something a little bit different right now. We are recording and we're going live on Instagram at the same time. So, but Joey's not here. So you know.
No, Joey's not here.
Not yet, anyway. So, he's not coming to my house. Thank the Lord. Good grief. So we are recording. We're recording our 80s and 90s episode.
Yep.
Yeah, we just recorded a block party.
Yep.
And now we're on to our 80s and 90s episode, which we're really excited to share these stories. They are amazing.
They're so cool.
So we want to hear from you guys. Like, I don't know. What should we talk about more on the podcast? What things would you like to hear? We've really followed like people's.
Yeah. I feel like we've told all kinds of stories. We got to think of a new fresh story.
Like for us, like a fresh story from us.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like we've like told our entire life to our listeners,
Right.
Our friends. Because if you're listening, you're our friend.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So this is going to be on our podcast episode. Talking like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is our second episode that we've recorded today.
We're doing like a marathon.
We are doing a marathon because Brooke is going on vacation to Mexico.
Yep.
And she'll be gone for...
I'll be gone a week.
Like a week, but it'll be like 2 weeks.
But it's like over the weekend.
Right.
So, yeah.
Maria wants you to take her to Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You can go right in my suitcase.
Yeah.
She'll fit.
Yeah.
She'll have to fold up a little bit.
I need to fit in there too. You're going to have to get a big bag for that.
Stop it. Stop.
Oh, Instant Goth just joined.
Hey.
Instant Goth, how's it going? Are you Instant Goth?
Well, she or he is because that's her name.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. She says, or he says, she says, hey.
We're recording, right?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
recording
good.
and we're recording.
Okay, cool.
Recording and recording.
So back to like, what should we talk about? On like what kind of episodes they want to hear?
Yeah, what kind of episodes do you guys want to hear about?
So,
I have a question. For concerts, are you allowed to bring homemade signs? Asking for me, LOL. So I don't know about that because I've seen people with signs, but I think like you have to kind of sneak them in. Maybe.
Right. Like
I'm not saying I'm not condoning. Wait, condoning?
Yeah, you're not
I'm
like
neither,
condoning it.
I'm neither condoning nor am I
don't know.
You're not condoning them.
Right.
But I think that the people who have brought in signs,
like they'll fold them up and like put them in their jacket,
right?
Or something.
Or they have like their like silk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yes, they'll like be able to roll them up, and,
right?
Put them somewhere. Like I don't think you can just walk in. Although we walked into the Joey McIntyre concert with big signs.
Yes. Oh,
but
we
was,
walked
like,
in with a big freaking poster board.
Several.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We had like 3 of them,
and they were neon green.
Yes, they were. They stood out. He read it.
Roll it up and out in a bag or coat. I've never seen a sign at any LA show, Mandy says. So, well, we want to know from you. We want to know from you what you guys want to hear. So let us know, send us an email, like shoot us a DM. Like,
yeah, just reply to this Instagram.
Yeah. Let us know because we really want to know. We would love to
get your feedback.
Yeah. Plus we'd like to hear more ideas.
Yeah.
So,
because let's be honest. We need ideas.
Hey. One thing that people have suggested that have emailed us about are doing like another like favorite songs.
Those are always fun.
Yeah. We should do another one. Oh, Maria said state fairs. I used to have the state fair come, but no more. That was so fun. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Let me know if y'all are ever in Minnesota. Would love to hang with y'all. I have been to Minnesota.
You have?
Yes.
Oh.
We drove to the weddings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Well, this is it.
Yep.
We
got some stories
We're going
to
to close on Instagram. We're going to continue recording.
Yep.
But thanks for joining us. Those of you who could join us on Instagram. I need to reapply my makeup. Like my face is red. It wasn't before. I'm experimenting with makeup. I think I've talked to you about this. So, Mandy has an idea. It's actually Angela's idea, but she's going to let us know.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, should we intro?
Let's do it. This is Brooke.
This is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey, and if this is your first time listening,
welcome.
Welcome to the podcast. We've got fun and games.
And stories.
We got everything you want, 80s and 90s.
And sometimes NKOTB.
Yeah.
But not tonight.
No.
Or today.
No, because today is 80s and 90s stories for you.
Sure is. We got some good ones, too.
Heck yeah.
And...
Oh, what?
This episode...
Oh, yes. This episode is brought to you by Sarah, Jessica, and Jennifer.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for being our Patreon peeps. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
And all that you do.
Oh.
So, anyway.
Yeah, so sorry that we keep talking about Joey Fatone, but hello.
We just can't.
Can't help it.
No,
and we're doing all these episodes before we go to talk to him. So it's hard not to talk about Joey Fatone.
That's right.
It's just not. It's just not. It's just hard to do.
Because he is so cool, you guys.
So cool.
Love him.
Who's watched The Dirt? I want to know. I want to know who's watched The Dirt.
I don't even know like what it's on.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Okay.
It's about Motley Crue.
Oh.
Because I always thought I was so cool because I spelt my name Nikki just like Nikki Sixx.
Just like Nikki Sixx.
I had no idea. I
need to watch this.
Like I knew they were like party.
Yeah.
You know? But holy, there's this one, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there's this one part with Ozzy Osbourne. That's all I have to say.
Is it like a whole season out? Is it like
It's just a movie.
It's like a documentary? Or is it
no.
It's like a movie?
It's a movie based on the book that they all wrote together.
Oh, okay. So there's like people acting, like actors.
But what's cool is like they wrote it.
Oh.
So it's like legit.
So how long is it? Like an
It's
hour and a half? Or
Like, yeah, I think it
like
was
a
like
movie?
maybe 2 hours, an hour and a half. Yeah.
I want to watch that.
It's good. But again, do not watch with small children. I started to watch it and I saw that it's like TV mature.
Yeah.
Got not even a minute into it. And I was like, nope. Turn this off.
Oh, man.
Save it for when I'm by myself.
I'll watch that. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. Later.
I always liked Motley Crue.
Me too.
I always had like a Motley Crue CD.
Huh.
I think it was the one that he's the one they call Dr. Feelgood. He's the one that makes you feel all right. He's the one they call Dr. Feelgood. He's gonna feed your Frankenstein. Hey. I'm almost positive that's what they say. Dr. Feelgood. And Tommy Lee in that friggin' drum cage.
Iconic.
Yeah. He is freaking amazing. He's a national treasure too. I'd love to have Tommy Lee on. Could you imagine? He's so cool.
Like he's into like social media and stuff.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, hello. Where did he meet his bride?
Oh, that's true. Did he meet her on social media?
I don't know, but that's where she's from.
Yeah, she's from Vine.
Like she's a Viner.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's funny.
We'll throw it into the universe.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee.
While we're doing that, while we're throwing things into the universe.
Okay, throw something else.
I would like to have Bret Michaels on.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
I mean, while we're throwing things into the universe.
We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside.
Duh. So, out in the universe. It's just out there.
Bret Michaels!
Boop, 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 boop.
His daughter's gorgeous.
Yes, she is.
Holy cow.
And I love...
He's so proud of her!
I know! It's so sweet!
Oh my gosh.
Like, he's such a proud dad.
He is. He is.
Bret Michaels.
Yes.
You have my heart.
Yes.
Rock of
love, baby.
I
rock
love
of
the Rock
love.
of
I
Love.
did too.
And the Rock of Love bus.
Yep.
I love
Give me
that.
all the rock of love.
Oh my gosh. Did you like the flavor of love?
What?
Did you like the flavor of
Of
love?
course I did. Of course I did. You know I watched that.
Could we get Flavor Flav on here?
Flavor Flav!
Maybe.
That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh. You guys, the sky's the limit. Who knows?
Who knows? We're throwing things left and right into the universe.
Hey,
You
I'm
know
going
what?
to throw one more in there.
Joey McIntyre.
Jordan Knight. Jordan Knight. Jordan Knight.
But seriously.
But seriously, Jordan Knight.
But seriously, Joey McIntyre.
I mean, come on. So, real quick.
Yes.
This is going to be on the record or off the record.
Okay.
The thing that you made for Joey Fatone, the video,
Yes. Yeah.
we need one for Joey McIntyre. Just like that.
I can do it.
That was amazing.
Did you like it? It was fun to do.
It was amazing. I know it took you a long time.
You know, like when things take you a long time, but like you enjoy every second of it?
Yes.
That's how it was for me.
So we need to do something like that for Joey McIntyre, and
Okay.
we can like record something special for it.
Okay.
It's not going to be anything more like, 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what we need to do. And then it needs to go out in the universe.
Yes.
But that could be something that we should maybe record a little something today.
But I'm game if like they're like, yeah, I'll give you 15 minutes.
Absolutely.
Sign me up. I'm there.
I will
Tell me where I need to go, and I will pack my bags and go.
I mean, we'll take what they give us.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
That's what I think we need to do. So back on the record.
Here's the
T. Do you want to just read our stories?
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
This is Christian's Metropolitan Park 1988 story.
Hey.
My story goes back to sometime around 1998. Nope. 1988-ish. I was 8. You were 8.
True.
In Jacksonville, Florida. We have an awesome outdoor venue with stages called Metropolitan Park here in Jacksonville. I've seen a huge number of artists over the years. Some of them include The Party.
Hey.
Taylor Dane.
Hey.
Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one.
Is it really love or just a game?
LL Cool J. Hey. Doing it and doing it and doing it well.
How you doing, miss?
My name is Elle. I'm from Queens. I'm gonna knock you out.
Uh.
Mama said knock you out. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Sorry, I had to do that. Boys to Men. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let you go.
No.
Def Leppard. Step inside, walk this way, you and me, babe. Hey. The Cover Girls. I'm sorry.
Do, but all I can think about is that other group, the ones. What's the guy? They're men.
What? Men? Okay, so we're gonna have to say that we don't really know the Cover Girls. Maybe we do, and we're just not listening to the right songs. But
they look very familiar.
They do,
me.
and the beat feels familiar.
Yes.
So we don't know the Cover Girls, but
so we can't sing a song,
right? But the list would be enormous if I could remember them all. This one particular event was put on maybe by MTV or something and had several different artists scheduled to perform, but there was only one that I wanted to see so bad. She was the very first female artist that I can remember idolizing and loving more than any up to the point in my life. Debbie Gibson.
Deborah Gibson. Loved her.
I get lost in your eyes, and I feel my spirits rise. And so like the wind, isn't it love that I am in? Oh, I always thought it was heaven.
Oh, I love her. I loved her hat.
Yes. Yeah, she rocked it.
She had some good clothes.
She sure did. I am not sure if I even knew this concert was going on, but a friend invited me to go at the last minute with her and her mom since they had an extra ticket. That's a cool friend.
Yep.
I was beside myself excited. I have no recollection of who else was there performing at this particular show, but I do remember leading up to Debbie taking the stage. It had rained, and as many here in Jacksonville know, the outdoor venue was full of mud, and it was just a mess.
Oh, man.
Forget saving your shoes after rocking out all day in that. Well, it was nearing the end. I wonder if she was wearing white kids.
Because that would make perfect sense in 1988.
Yes, it would. Well, it was nearing the end, and she was getting ready to come on as the big finale artist of the show, and I was getting so excited, almost in disbelief that I was going to actually see her live and in person. And then, my friend's mom spits out, she's ready to go, and wanted to get a head start leaving before the crowds. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure she had no idea she just ripped my heart out and how extremely devastated I was. At that age, I was so shy, and I didn't really know the mom well enough to say anything, or I would have. I was crushed. I reluctantly began following behind my friend and her mom out of the crowd and over the hill. After we got out of viewing range, we could hear Debbie come on and start her show. The crowd's going crazy, and my heart just sank even more. I loved Debbie Gibson all through junior high, and I could not believe after being there hyped all day that the crushing blow came like that. I got home and cried my eyes out. It sucked, and I'm sure it took me some time to get over it. But now, 30 plus years later, that's going to make this next year of concert goings even more sweet for me. Not only will I get to see our Fab Five from Boston, but I will finally get to see Debbie Gibson live in my face 3 times during the mixtape tour 2019. I cannot wait. It's been long overdue, and I'm so thankful to have such an amazing time to look forward to. I will undoubtedly be lost in emotion. Big hugs to you ladies, Christian. P.S. I'll try to send a few pics of the other artists I've seen there in a second email. She hasn't sent them, but that's okay.
Yeah. So
I'm so sad about this.
I am too.
That like crushed me.
For real. I mean, that's sad.
And the mom didn't know.
No, she didn't. She just thought, it's just a bunch of different artists.
She was like your dad.
Let's get out of here.
Your dad would say let's get out before the crowds.
Yeah, he'd want to get out before the crowd. Absolutely.
Yep.
Let's face it. My dad wouldn't have been there in the first place. So it was really cool.
Well, I said your dad because my dad wouldn't even, it wouldn't even be a thought. But your dad, if we wanted to go somewhere bad enough, I bet he would go.
No.
You don't think so?
No. It would have been my mom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And my mom would have just probably sat in the car and waited. We could make a swift exit.
Yeah.
Or as swift as possible.
Yeah, true.
So I'm really curious what these other artists were.
Yeah.
So I was trying to Google what tours. What was the name of that again? It was the Metropolitan.
Yeah.
I know this is probably like overkill, but I'm like super, super curious. Metropolitan
Park.
And I'm more just putting this in my phone because we'll go back and try to look.
Yeah.
And see like what events have been there, like Wikipedia or something.
Yeah.
They have all that stuff listed out there. Because I'm super curious who else was there. I just think that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, Christian.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate you for sending in your story and for being you.
Yes,
Thank
Christian,
you.
we love you.
We love you.
And I don't know as if we'll be able to see you this year, but can't wait to see you on the cruise.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we get a room.
I know.
For real.
Knock on wood. So next up we have Joy's 80s and 90s soap opera story.
Yay!
Here we go.
Here we go. Whoa.
Okay. So before my love for New Kids on the Block took over my life, I was hooked on soaps.
Hey.
I will look for pics tonight in my bedroom. I know I have some somewhere. Although the quality of them are not so good as they were taken with my grandma's Kodak disc camera.
Oh, I remember those.
Which was considered good quality back then.
Yeah.
I remember girls in the 7th grade talking about Bo and Hope. Days of Our Lives.
Bo. Wasn't your brother named after him?
Bo was named after Bo on... There was another Bo on One Life to Live.
Oh, okay.
I was named after Brooke on All My Children.
Oh, okay.
Getting married, and I knew nothing about it. I figured I better start watching so I could be included on the conversation, and it all started from there. We didn't have cable, and NBC was free in our area, so NBC soaps, it was for me. I remember faking sickness. Oh yeah, would lay my head on a heating pad, and when Mom would come in, she would feel my head and pop the thermometer in my mouth and leave the room. We had the old-fashioned thermometers with mercury in them. I would go over to the heater and put the thermometer on the register. Thank God I learned how to read them. A temperature of 100.5 was enough to stay home, but 101 or higher would mean a visit to the doctor.
Oh.
Just to stay home from school to watch a big episode, only to be left with a cliffhanger that I would miss on the following Monday. We didn't have a VCR, so I couldn't record it. Total bummer. But I could read soap opera magazines, and some friends had VCRs, and they would keep me up to date on what was going on. I began plastering my walls with pictures from soap magazines. They were slowly removed and replaced with New Kids on the Block posters my junior and senior years in high school. It was kind of weird. I had to hide everything from my parents about NKOTB, but the parents were okay with me plastering soap opera characters all over my walls. They didn't realize when I plastered the pics with New Kids on the Block, they just thought they were soap characters. I used to write fan letters to the actors and actresses. I would always write at least one come to Jesus letter to each one of them. Probably did the new kids too, as my strict religious upbringing saw these things, soaps and secular music, as the devil's workshop, and I figured a come to Jesus letter would absolve me of my sins.
Uh-oh.
LOL. I would frequently take the pictures I had from the soap magazines and would send them to the actors with a self-addressed stamped envelope and request they autograph them. I remember getting them back and signed from Billy Warlock. Okay, so he was on Days of Our Lives, Frankie Brady. He was cute.
Really?
I remember him from like teen magazines, like 16 Magazine and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't know him from soaps, but I just knew his name, Billy Warlock. He was cute.
Oh, okay.
Who I was absolutely smitten with and probably wrote to him at least weekly. No clue what about. I got one back from Michael Bays, played Julio on Days of Our Lives, little brother to April and Emilio Ramirez. One back from Wally Kurth, Days of Our Lives, Justin Kyriakis, and one from Charlotte Ross, Days of Our Lives, Eve Donovan. My most favorite one was from Stephen Nichols, Days of Our Lives, Steve Patch Johnson. He was dressed in a Santa suit and he wrote, "Dear Joy, ho ho ho, sweetness," which was the nickname he gave to his on-screen lover, Kayla. Sweetness, that is, not ho. Bah. Again, since we did not have a VCR, I would tape record big episodes like Steve and Kayla's wedding and Cruz and Eden's Santa Barbara wedding. Those must have been in the summer as I was able to press pause for commercials. I still have those tapes. LOL. Every year they would hold the St. Jude's telethon at our local mall and they would always have a soap star come in for it. I was never allowed to go until I had graduated college and had my own car to take me there. I met and had my picture taken with John Aniston. He was from Days of Our Lives, Victor Kyriakis, a.k.a. Jennifer Aniston's dad.
Oh.
And Allison Sweeney. Yeah, and Allison Sweeney, Days of Our Lives, Sammy Brady. Later, she was the host of The Biggest Loser.
Allison Sweeney, yeah. She likes crime podcasts.
Oh, she does?
Yes. She was on Moms and Murder.
Oh, she is?
And we have an episode of Moms and Murder. Didn't come out very well. So
oh, yeah.
Maybe someday.
Hopefully.
I'll get to edit that.
My senior year in high school, I was still watching my stories, as Grandma would call them. We got out of school as seniors at 12 p.m. each day. That gave me enough time to get home and watch Generations, Days of Our Lives, Another World, and Santa Barbara. I'm sure my mind was mush by the end of all that. I ended up giving the other ones up, but stuck to Days of Our Lives through the years. It's the only one still running. Even now, I catch it maybe 1 to 2 times a year and still can't figure out what's going on. I remember right after I graduated college in 1995, they had a storyline where Marlena was possessed by the devil.
Oh, no.
Of course, due to my upbringing, I hated that storyline and it frightened me as possessions are a real thing. Probably not in the way it was portrayed, but it was still a real and scary thing. I remember even then writing a letter to Ken Cordray, the executive producer for Days of Our Lives, telling him the dangers of this type of storyline and that I would have to quit watching if it continued. He wrote me back.
Wow.
And thanked me for my long-time viewership, but reassured me that this was a story of good versus evil and good would prevail. I didn't quit watching, LOL, but I would turn it off during that part of the storyline as it just scared me.
I'm sorry, that kind of stuff scares me too.
Yeah.
Hence why my parents told me I couldn't watch The Exorcist.
But you did anyway.
Yeah, and I had nightmares for years.
Right?
Years. I still, every once in a while, will like think about it. And it really bothers me. Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
I was going to say don't.
I've seen it.
You guys, if you haven't seen it,
I kind of got bored by it, to be honest.
Well, maybe it was because like I was
You
Catholic.
were young. Also, you were younger.
And like
I saw it as an adult.
I saw it as a kid, and the Catholic religion, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the priest was there and
right. It was like
like a thing.
Yeah. I didn't very much care for it though.
No,
I will
just
add
don't
that.
like that.
Well, it was creepy and kind of gross.
Yeah.
Why my parents thought that our boys back then, when they had a squeaky clean image, were so much worse than people portraying that they were having sex
We just said that.
before marriage, people portraying that they were having affairs or having babies out of wedlock, etc., which were all big no-nos to my parents. I will never understand. I would have a better understanding if our boys were singing some of the lyrics of their music today, which I love even more. Yeah, I know. I'm totally going to hell. LOL. But not the lyrics from their first, second, or even third album. But then again, it was all about that rock music beat. Shaking my head.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my 80s, 90s soap stories. I will go through my stuff and try to send pics to attach later tonight or this weekend. Love you, Nikki and Brooke. Joy.
And she did.
And she did.
She came through.
We got some pics for you. And
there's one of Andrea Barber. She's in a little pink dress.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was she on a soap?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, too. And that's her with Allison Sweeney. And that's Billy Warlock. He was cute. And there's that ho ho ho. How fun. I love it. Thank you so much, Joy.
Thank you so much, Joy.
I love these pictures.
They're awesome.
And that's so cool. Side note, Alice and Sweeney. The other day I went down a rabbit hole. And like an internet rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I found myself remembering this show. Do you remember the show A Brand New Life?
A Brand New Life.
Maybe. Okay. Jenny Garth was in it. And it was before 90210.
Okay.
And it started like an ABC like family show. I don't know if it was ABC, but I think it was. Because I think it was like Wonderful World of Disney maybe.
Okay.
Or something like that.
I remember something that I watched Jenny Garth in before 90210.
So
maybe
yes, The Magical World of Disney presents Barbara Eden in Brand New Life. So it's kind of like Brady Bunch-ish in that she has her 3 kids and she marries this like rich guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like middle class.
Yeah.
And she marries this rich guy with rich kids.
Yep.
And they all move into the rich guy's house.
Oh.
So, but in my brain, I get this show mixed up with Rags to Riches.
Okay.
Because it came out around the same time.
Yep.
And it was like orphan girls that got adopted by like a rich family or something.
Yeah.
But Jenny Garth was on the show. Anyway, Alice Sweeney was on it too.
Which one did she play? Did she play the rich?
She was like a little sister of, I think, the normal kids.
Oh, okay.
Not normal kids. That's not what I mean.
Right.
Like the regular, like middle class kids.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Anyway, it was really interesting because I totally remember it. There were 6 episodes.
Wow.
It was not on long. It like always stuck with me because I remember Jenny Garth because I thought she was so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a 9-year-old, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. She's pretty blonde hair, you know, like as a kid.
Yeah.
And then she was on 90210 and I was like, I recognize her because that was only a couple years later.
Right.
But when I was on this,
it was like Swans Crossing and Airborne.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, hello, Shane McDermott.
So yeah, but it's kind of funny because like I always remembered her, but I would like cry, like I couldn't remember what the show was. I don't know why I never looked it up. But I'd randomly think about it, but then I saw that Alice Sweeney was on it as well.
That's really neat.
And I don't watch soaps, so I never watched her on the soaps, but I did watch her on Biggest Loser.
Me too.
I loved The Biggest Loser.
Me too.
I'd get all wrapped up into it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was that.
Very cool.
Anybody
Thank
else
you.
remember that show?
Yeah, let us know. Tweet us if you remember that. Thank
Thanks,
you so
Joy.
much, Joy.
We love you.
We love you.
Can't wait to see you again.
Yeah.
Whenever that will be.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully very soon.
All right. Now we have Danielle's middle school story. I'll read this one.
Sounds good.
My middle school years were up and down, mostly. A lot of change the year I started, 2003. I was not only in a new school, but also in a new state. That's hard.
Yeah, it is.
That is hard. We'd moved to Tennessee 2 months earlier. I was also struggling with my recent Asperger's diagnosis, trying to understand what it meant. At the age when most girls around me were talking about fashion and makeup, I was still into Barbies and Saturday morning cartoons. Because of that, I faced a lot of bullying in 8th and 9th grade. 7th wasn't so bad, though. And you know what? It's interesting she says that because usually like 7th grade is like the hardest year. Like
yeah.
it was really hard for me.
It was really hard for me too. Like I didn't know who I was.
No, like it was like that year that you like start changing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You start changing, and that's interesting. It definitely had the best field trip. 3 stops in one day. The Museum of Appalachia. Is that how you say it?
Appalachia?
Appalachia. The Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. Cool.
That is cool.
And Fort Loudon State Park. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
That was also
right.
the year I met my best friend, Sherry. Oh,
nice. It's
Though
like Sherry
we-
Johnson.
Yeah. Though we don't see each other often as we used to, we're still close. I'm godmother to her 9-year-old son. We get sentimental over the same things, still smiling, giggling, and singing along whenever we hear Hilary Duff's Hey Now. We call each other whenever the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie is on TV, remembering the party in our reading class when we first saw it. This is really interesting because like she's almost like...
She's like 10 years younger.
Yeah, she's almost 10 years younger than us. Yeah. Or she is 10 years younger than us.
Yeah.
The following year sent me my first celebrity crush, Gerald Butler. I remember him.
Gerard Butler?
Gerard Butler. I remember him.
He is nice looking.
He is a nice looking dude. But wasn't he like kind of a jerk?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. In The Phantom of the Opera. The lighting in that movie made his gorgeous blue eyes seem to glow. A press junket for it marked only the second time I'd ever heard a Scottish accent, the first one being Shrek, and the movie itself was the catalyst for a love of theater I still have and always will. It inspired me to join the drama club, which gave me a kind of emotional protection against the bullying I mentioned earlier. Though the campus is currently a middle school, it was still called junior high when I was there, and students had the choice of staying for freshman year. That's interesting.
You had a choice.
That is very interesting.
That is interesting.
I was one of them. The biggest story everyone was talking about that year was American Idol. It was the year of Carrie Underwood, and I lost count of how many girls in my classes who tried to imitate her voice. Only a few succeeded. It was also the year of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, and many of those same girls, including me, went mad for Hayden Christensen.
I also went mad for Hayden Christensen.
Agreed. I know. I've glossed over the bullying I went through, but I know I'd be writing a far too long message if I tried to describe every single incident in detail. Suffice it to say that my mom was up at the school a lot, and the perpetrators got away with their actions most of the time. This is so sad. Like,
that is sad, but you know what? I'm going to say this. They got away then, but they have got to remember that and look back on that and feel terrible.
I hope they do.
I'm sure
I hope they do.
I really hope they do. I shouldn't say I'm sure they do, but they really should. And they'll have to live with that.
Because, like, I never directly bullied somebody, but there were times where I should have stepped in. There were times where I did step in, and then I got bullied.
I was always too shy to step in.
I stepped in a few times, and because it was out of control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I would feel guilt for not stepping in.
I feel bad for not stepping in.
But you're a little kid.
I have specific things I remember that I didn't say something when I should have.
Yeah.
5th grade specifically.
Yeah.
Like, I have specific things. But I was way too shy. Like, I was painfully shy. I would cry.
Right. I mean.
So, like, I didn't have it in me. I wish I did. And I hope and pray that I am raising a child who will be able to step in and say, stand up for people.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. But she's also shy, so we'll see. But anyway, those people are living with that, and I hope that they feel bad about it.
This was because they either got enough of their friends to lie for them, or they found a way to transfer the blame to me and get the teacher on their side. Occasionally, an adult was the perpetrator. Ugh. One bright spot came out of all of that, though. When a girl and I were called into the principal's office, he called my mother in the middle of that meeting. We were supposed to be quiet, but I couldn't contain what I wanted to say. I suddenly turned to her and said, "If something at home is bothering you, talk to me and I'll try to help. Don't take it out on me." The principal must have been half listening to me because he put his hand over one end of the phone and asked where I had heard that. I told him Dr. Phil. I'd been out with a cold a couple of weeks earlier, and my grandmother had let me watch it with her. He smiled, and then he repeated to my mom what I just said. My words must have had an impact on the girl, because I never had issues with her after that. I didn't see her again until my junior year of high school. I found out she was going to the same Christian academy I was to attend. I was worried and expressed that to my new principal, but he told me that she went through a lot more than I was aware. Over the course of that year, she and I actually became friends. During a class shopping trip to the mall just before Christmas break, I bought her a Tinkerbell mug. When I found her again on the Facebook a couple of years ago, I learned she still had it. So that pretty much sums up my middle school years experience. Hope you didn't mind the few slight detours. Those days still linger with me, the moments outside class serving as better teachers than the ones inside. That was really good.
That was really good.
What, like life-changing moments, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Bullying is, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm still affected by somebody who bullied me in 5th grade.
Oh, I am too. I am, I was never bullied hard.
I was bullied enough to the point that I missed school.
Yeah, I was too. Actually, there was a day specifically, I remember I didn't go to school because of it. But I'm not going to say it wasn't me. It would have been anybody in that situation on that particular day. But I have shit that people said to me when I was in high school that still affects me. I think about it more often than I should. And you know what? Them.
Right.
Honestly.
Right.
I don't know why I still think about it, but I do. But when I do think about it, I say to myself, you know what? Them.
She made a very good point. The person who bullied me had stuff going on and they were taking it out on me.
Right.
And I found that out later in life. Doesn't make it okay.
No, it doesn't.
But it was to the point where my parents got involved. And you know my parents. Like, that didn't happen. After they did, things started to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
But then they didn't. But then they did. But she never bothered me in middle school. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that story.
Well, thank
Danielle.
you for sharing.
Yes.
That was really awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
much. We
much.
appreciate you sharing and listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
So we have one final story. This is from Mandy.
Yay, Mandy.
And I didn't really know what to title it, so I just titled it Mandy's Story.
Period.
So here we go. This story is about the dreaded period.
Period.
This isn't a mortifying story, just something a young girl would be embarrassed about. So a few months after I had my first period, I was at the store with my mom. I told her we needed to buy pads because I didn't think we had many more. Well, as we walked down the aisle, I stopped to look at shampoo because I didn't want to be looking at pads while other people were in the aisle, because to a 12-year-old, that's already so embarrassing. And then my mom yells, "Amanda, do you need the regular size or the big overnight ones?"
Oh my God.
OMG. Now, back then, I'm sure it sounded like she was so loud that the entire store heard, when in reality, it probably wasn't that loud. There were maybe a few other people in the aisle that I'm sure didn't even care to hear what she had said, but I was so embarrassed that I walked out of the store into the car and waited for her.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I would have been mortified.
I would have been mortified.
As a 12-year-old.
I don't know if I told the story. I'm just going to say it real quick.
Yeah.
But the first time I got my period, my dad, we went to Laverdier's. Did I tell you this?
I don't remember.
And he went in to get me pads. For some reason, he went in. And he came out swinging the bag.
You have told me that
Don't
before.
swing the bag. Because you could see the pad. Like, you could see it through the white because
Like,
they were
see the
white
box.
bags. You
Yeah.
could see what was in there.
That's
I was
hilarious.
so embarrassed. Swinging it. Swinging the bag. Swinging it.
My mom used to put pads on the grocery list, and my dad would pick them up every Sunday.
Aw.
So when I first got mine, I didn't have... Like, my mom just had some.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what I used. And then she just had my dad buy more.
Oh, the first ones my mom had, the reason why my dad had to go get them
Oh, God.
was because they required a belt.
They were like those old school ones.
They were the old school ones because they had been in the linen closet for so long because my sister was 12 years older than me
Right.
that they required a belt. What in the world?
Nope.
What in the world? And I'm not saying my sister used them.
No.
I'm just saying that those were in, my mom was like, oh, here you go. And I didn't understand why they weren't staying in place.
Right. These are not like what we learned about in health class.
No.
That's funny.
Like, how does one even, I don't even know how that even works.
I think
The
it's
belt
like,
thing.
it like clips on.
So they had a belt
Yeah.
that they would wear always
Yeah.
underneath everything.
Yes.
That's uncomfortable.
It is. It's like picture like a garter. Like a garter belt that you put on your leg, like for like
Yes.
stockings, but
Yeah.
put on your waist.
Oh.
And it clips to the pad.
Ugh.
That's miserable.
Miserable. You would think that nowadays they'd have some kind of like new age finangled thing for this.
They do. They have those little cups.
Okay. Those are okay for some women, but for some women they are not.
Really?
Yes.
Why? What makes them okay and then not?
I don't think I would have been able to do that.
My only question is, when you take it out, does it spill? Like, I don't know.
We're talking about the real deal here.
This is the real deal. I don't know, because I have a thing, an IUD. I don't have my period.
Me
So,
either. Me either.
I don't know, like,
Thank
what they
the
do.
Lord, because mine is so horrendous. Is
Well, that's
the
why
worst.
I have an IUD.
Oh my gosh.
I ended up in the hospital.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I was bleeding out.
Good.
So anyway,
grief.
that's awful. Continuing on. with
Yes.
Mandy's story.
Sorry, Mandy.
Then, a few years later, my family and I were at church. After the Northridge quake, our church was red tagged because of all the damages, and we had mass outside. Since we had my little sister, who would be a little rowdy, we would sit in the very back on benches. Well, this one Sunday, a family with a cute son, probably a few years older than me, sat right next to us. Of course.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. And at one point in the mass, Claudia was going through my mom's purse. She pulls out one of my pads and starts using it as a pillow. She puts it on the bench in front of her and says, Mandy, I have your pillow.
Oh, no. No.
And she puts her head down on it.
No.
My mom was pregnant at the time with my baby sister, so of course the only person it could have been was mine.
Oh, no.
I heard the boy laugh a little and his mom motioned to him to stop. I was so embarrassed. And Claudia didn't think anything of it, and my mom just laughed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I paid my sister back numerous times for this. I should have her write in some stories.
You should.
Yeah, you should.
Yes, please have her write in some stories. We love your sister's stories.
I would have been horrified.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? Like,
I would have been
boy,
mortified. Yes.
A cute boy who's like, you know, like 14, 15.
I'm imagining.
Yeah.
I'm imagining him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So embarrassing.
I could see him chuckling, and I would be mortified.
Yeah. That's not cool. I would have died.
Oh my God.
I would have died.
Oh my God.
I love it. So thank you so much, Mandy, for sharing.
Yes,
that was
thank
awesome.
you so much.
You guys, these are some great stories.
They really were.
We love it. We love you.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing. We really appreciate you.
For real. So
all right.
That's
That's it. So send in your stories, mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com.
We look forward to getting them and reading them.
Yes.
Anything you got.
Yeah.
Let's do an episode on like Dare.
Yes. Let's do an episode on embarrassing moments.
That would be awesome too. So
yes.
send them on in.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.